Hey guys, so I want to do a colour comparison between the OnePlus 6 and the Honor 10 here. Very nicely priced handsets, coming in at under €500, which is a rarity nowadays. They're going to do everything you want them to do, but which one is the faster device? That is what I want to know here. You are getting Kirin 970 in the Honor 10 versus the Snapdragon 845. Slightly more RAM in the OnePlus 6, but arguably the camera is better on the Honor 10. Huawei seems to make more of an effort in that regard. OnePlus 6 is the winner when it comes to booting on here. You can see we get a nice luscious OLED display which looks absolutely fantastic against a black background. You don't get that unfortunately on the Honor 10, but the screen is good enough in my opinion. You're just not going to get the amazing viewing angles that you do get with your OLED. The screen is quite big though on the OnePlus 6, so some people might prefer the smaller dimensions of the Honor 10. It's more like an iPhone 10 size. So we just have a look at the performance here, just open up a few apps, see if you can see any major differences. I don't think there will be, but it is interesting to see. So straight away I think you can see OnePlus 6 is a little bit faster here on the basic ones. Maybe because of that stock build of Android, and you can also see the colours very rich and deep on the OnePlus 6 in these apps. Let's have a look at some games. So this one has loaded, I think. Let's go to a different one. You do get a front-facing button as well on the front of the Honor 10, whereas the fingerprint scanner is on the back on the OnePlus 6. Another differentiating factor, which may annoy some people. You can see here, look at that screen difference. I can definitely see a big difference here. Huawei definitely needs to go with OLED, I think, to keep up with the competition. But it's not a bad display, it just looks very kind of bluish in comparison to the OnePlus 6 here. So something to bear in mind. Let's try another one. So it looks quite conclusive, but I think OnePlus 6 is coming with the latest architecture, so you are going to get that slight bit better performance overall, no questions asked. One cool thing I have found with the the Honor 10 is that you can actually get rid of the notch as well, which I didn't actually know you could do. So you can go into the settings and hide your notch there, so you have a more traditional. Did I do it then? So yeah, hide notch. Hang on, let's try it again. So it's there, and it's not there. So it's not actually really hidden. You can still see it from my point of view, but it looks like it's hidden because kind of like the notification area turns a different colour. So that's quite a clever software trick if you ask me. You can definitely still see it's there. Let's just see if you can do that on the OnePlus, because that would be pretty awesome. Yes, you can. Yeah, so it works basically the same on both of them. It's just like a trick there. It's not really disappeared, you can still see it. So let's have a look at some multitasking, see how both of them perform. You could go for the 8GB RAM OnePlus 6 if you want the killer multitasking, but personally I think that this is Oh, maybe not. I was going to say it's 6 gigs of RAM sufficient, but it doesn't look like it. You can see OnePlus 6 reloading all over the place here, whereas the Honor 10 with its measly 4 gigs of RAM doing absolutely fantastic. So solid victory here for Honor 10 when it comes to the multitasking. I'll just also in a second check there's no kind of smart cleaner software that's snuck on. Can't stand those sorts of things which like ruin the experience. So let's just have a look in the memory, somewhere around here. So it doesn't look like it, you know, maybe I'll find it and I will turn it off the next one, but so far to me it looks like the Honor 10 is absolutely fantastic when it comes to your memory management. Let's just round off with a quick speed test between the two, and let's just make sure we have a good line of sight to the router, and let's go. So Honor 10 doesn't really get the best score when it comes to the Wi-Fi. I mean, I'm sure my Mate 10 Pro has the same chip and easily gets 200. But it's a respectable score, you know, not too bad here. I don't think it's going to beat the OnePlus though. Yeah, so you can see the newer chip here, very effective when it comes to your Wi-Fi. Quite a much bigger difference than I was expecting though. You know, I really think that the latest Snapdragon seems to be fantastic when it comes to your Wi-Fi performance. But as I said, you know, there are still some things to consider here for the Honor 10. You know, if you're into your camera stuff, to me it looks like you're going to have a better experience with the Honor 10 in terms of, you know, the stuff you can do with the AI camera, the monochrome mode, bokeh modes, etc. You do get a portrait mode on the OnePlus, but every year it seems to me they seem to fail to bring, you know, a fantastic camera, which is the only real differentiating factor here now between like flagship and mid-range. So if you like your camera, I'd definitely go with Huawei here, but everything else in terms of the screen, in terms of the chip, etc., I think goes to the OnePlus ultimately, and it's definitely worth paying that little bit more if you want that performance. So yeah, just a quick little video here, two excellent phones which prove you don't have to pay more than €500 for a decent phone. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.